Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I am going to go over a coin called Cardano. People had some questions. They didn't have what I had like to say, I guess, really on some of it. Some people did. There's some people that didn't. I'm going to explain myself, put this in a logical, try to put it more logical. And by the way, if you just landed here, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Let me show you guys. Look, long term, I'm bullish on Cardano. I'm putting this out there before we get into the charts to let you guys know what I think about Cardano. I think Cardano is one of the strongest altcoins in the cryptocurrency market. When it comes to the strength of the cryptocurrency markets, you have, Ethereum. Okay, I'm talking about altcoins. Ethereum on down. You have Ethereum, you have Binance, you have, XRP, and you have Cardano. Cardano, and I have Chainlink. I think Chainlink is probably one of the stronger ones. I think it's one that's going to rise probably to the top in the long run. That's just how I look at it. And then you have Cardano, and I rank Cardano up there with a Chainlink. Okay, it's a very strong coin, and it's going to have some serious corrections. Some probably know that from before. It had a 97% correction after it came out, and now it's in an 82 or 83% correction right now. Now, why do I think that long term there's possibility of it better than say that could B&B? B&B is a whole different situation. I think they're an exchange, and they do leverage trading on the exchanges, and they got like supposedly some scam. Which I'm bullish on B&B. It's done a bullish correction as long as they keep things tight. CC keeps things tight over there. It probably has a pretty decent future, but Cardano long term will probably really be performing with the top of the cryptocurrency. So with that said, let's go over the charts, and I'm going to show you some realism behind Cardano and what's going on possibly with it. I made one previous video with it. Some people thought, oh, it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to show you some things on the charts. Okay, guys, here's the deal with the chart. Okay, this is a cryptocurrency, guys. First of all, this whole logarithmic and using linear and things like that. Cardano had a serious blast of 7,000% right there. It had a serious blast of, what was that, about 15,000% there, and has 97% corrections. And Cardano hits logarithmic Fibonacci levels. So if you take it off and you study it like this, I look at both this logarithmic and on linear like this right here is my chart. It doesn't make any sense a lot of it the time with the corrections, okay? With what Cardano the moves that it does right here, from like here to here and here to here, and the corrections and things. So I wanted to say that about Cardano. Now, here's the good news about Cardano on its weekly chart. If you take a look at this, okay, with Cardano, obviously, just going over the basics with Cardano, it had a massive pump here. This is a third wave pump going that high, 95. That's a third wave, and it corrected and ended up there, okay? So and then over here, this is good. It came way down and it took everything out. So if this is a third wave, somehow this is a fourth wave, okay? There's no other way to eliminate that, especially the length of this wave, okay? So you have two options. You have two options with Cardano, guys. This back here is the first wave, and it went down below. With Elliott waves, I'm not comfortable with saying that that's the second wave. It whipped down too far. This is all part of the correction. It just went too far, guys, right there in that area. So you can't say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to correct and go into another wave. The only other reason to explain this massive wave right here that Cardano did, and that is a massive 15,000% move that it made, is from this wave back here where it went up and then corrected that to make this base of this structure to make that massive move. And it's in the RSI right here. Wave 1, wave 3, come down deep into the RSI again to get ready for the wave 4. So what will happen, guys, is like this. It's down here. It's probably not done. I'm going to go over the correction in a second. It'll be down here like this, right? And then Cardano can come back up and it'll go boom. Okay. This RSI data is not going to be as high as that. It'll probably be about even with that, more or less, depending on how bullish it is. But just as an example with Cardano, okay? And then in this situation, what will happen is you will see the price higher up there in that triangle that I have up there, and the RSI lower. Cardano is setting itself up for that, guys, okay? And that's where you're going to want to exit, because now Cardano is going to correct all of this. It's going to correct all of that now. So it'll complete this whole sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than likely. Okay, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think that I'm going to be wrong on that one, guys. It's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, now we're back to the structure of it. So through process of elimination, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to blast up onto a 5. Now is it done with this correction? I don't think so, guys. I think the reason it's hanging out in this area and it's just taking time is because it's at the end of its correction, and it's such a bullish coin that's going to take it more time to get down. So I'll show you. Let's go to the 12-hour chart, and I'll show you some things that possibly going on with Cardano. Now, Cardano's correction actually ended September of 21. It was one of the few coins. There's Cardano and FTX. They ended in September. Both of them are very bullish. Okay, so it seems like all the coins that ended in September with their wave, they're bullish. They're all extremely bullish. So here's the correction. I'm gonna go over this with you real quick. This right here is a diagonal. Okay, now this went above it, but if you can see, if you take off the line chart, it didn't go above it. So here's the thing, guys. When it comes to Elliott waves, you have to check you have to check various options. So you want to check it with the wicks, without the wicks. You want to check it on log, off log. You have to check it both ways to where it makes sense. Okay. You can see in the RSI, the data down here of how it came down to whiz down on that impulse like that. Okay. So that was a ending diagonal that it did. Okay. 1, here's the 2. It had a drawn out 2, down for a 3, up for this 4, and back down in this ending diagonal to complete that, telling you that's done. And it whizzed up on a correction right here. And now it's in this area. But if you see the similarities between the wave to the wave, you see how this wave is coming around just like this and bounce back up, and it's coming down into a diagonal right there. Okay, that's an ending diagonal. Another ending diagonal over here, in my opinion, that it's doing, come down for this third wave, and it's just stuck in a slow, drawn-out process to finally finish this off in an ending diagonal. Okay, and the reason I say that is the Fibonacci levels are definitely questionable with Cardano. If I check this whole wave, and then I go up here, and you can see it's right on 786. Which this all makes sense. I'll go out to the daily chart and show you. It's right on this support area, right on top of that support area, right over there. And there's a little bit right there too. So it's in my opinion, slowly just grinding down. And a good area to see it would be the 1-to-1 or about 31 cents right there with Cardano. All right. It would make a lot more sense for it to be down there to be able to go on to that next wave run for it. Now, could I be wrong? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But it just makes sense if you see the similarities between wave to wave. You see this wave, bounce, finally corrected that right there, and then come down, bounce a little bit. That's actually a pretty significant bounce because that's a flat, and then come down and finish it off. And it's a slow process because it's coming to the end of its correction right now because it's a bullish coin. You know, this area probably not going to see this again. It's going to just slowly grind down there. You're not going to see, you know, boom, and come back down and bounce out of there. This is the third wave. One, you know, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slowly grind down like that, guys, is what I think. So, and going over the overall picture on the weekly chart, this would be a leading contracting diagonal that it made. And here's your wave 1, your 2, up for your 3, and it's correcting into a 4 to go back up into a 5 like this, guys. This is the only thing that makes sense to me. That right, just like so. So you could see Cardano go from, let's say, 30 cents back up to, you know, $4.76. It'll be one last hoorah. That makes sense to me with a coin like Cardano. Don't expect that. You see how big this leg is right here. It would not be realistic to expect anything this big to go on over here, guys. That's not realistic, okay? All right, guys, now I'm over here on Ethereum, and I'm going to relate Cardano to Ethereum. Ethereum has had a really, really good bounce out of there, okay? Whether this is going to be a bounce or whether it's going into a fifth wave, that we're not going to know until this does a correction to see what's going on. That's what I'm waiting for Ethereum, get this correction. And if I see what I like to if I see what I like to see with this correction, I will be loading up, and boom, I already loaded up down here at the 1,000 range. I'll be reloading back up for that move, okay? However, with Ethereum, if you pull it out, Ethereum's in the same situation with this whole wave process that it has going on. So you can see with the RSI, plainly wave 1, 2, and then here's the third wave peak right here. There's the third wave peak on the RSI, the weekly RSI for Ethereum. And then here's your fifth wave. So that's the fifth and the third. It's come down, did all of this correction. And then just like Cardano, the weekly RSI is the lowest, is almost the lowest it's ever been since it's corrected. So Ethereum's low right there corrected all of that in the RSI. So here's the wave, the 2018 bear market right there. You see that? It's taking care of all that. And the reason that's down there like that is because the same thing, just like with Cardano. What's it going to do? Boom, 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 boom. Just like so, right? And then this wave up here can launch up there just like that to 5,000 or 6,000 or wherever Ethereum's going to go. And then you will have same thing, just like Cardano, your bearish divergence. So Ethereum is in a fifth wave or going into a fifth wave, possibly with the bearish divergence, where Cardano will be doing the similar type of move right here. With Cardano, you can expect a move, let's say it goes to there, wherever. Let's be conservative and say it's going to ramp up there. More than likely, it's going to hit this trend line. Is my trend line going to be exactly right? I have no idea, but go look at cryptocurrency, guys. You find a decent trend line. They like the trend lines. They're very, very important, in my opinion. If you made it all the way to the end of my video, do appreciate you. New subscribers, appreciate you too. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.